It's a girls' night in. Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Angie and Nadine, and it's a girls' night in. Premium girl talk just for you. Aren't you excited? Well, you should be. You should be. Anyway, hi, Nadine. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Um,
Ah.
we're gonna have this weekly, as far as we know.
Mhm.
The hosting is going to be on all of our channels, so not just one channel has the program on it. I don't know who's going next. We haven't gotten that far. Oh, hi, Bob. Robert, Nerdy. Oh, we're doing well
Hi,
already for a new
everybody.
show, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what you guys can expect. So if you're not sub to Nadine or Angie, make sure you do. I know some of you are, but hopefully we get more, and hopefully this catches on.
That's right.
Mhm.
Click the subs, click the bells, click all the things that need clicking to make sure you don't miss a moment.
Exactly.
Girl Talk is special.
Absolutely.
And it's an opportunity for us girls to hang out and socialize a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And it's also an opportunity for the fellas to peek into the mysterious world of girl talk.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh please, that's what this is about, getting started.
Cause I just I had a guy approach me about being also he's like, wasn't I mysterious?
Oh no.
I
No.
yes.
One of those?
Yes. And I'm like, no, I couldn't even get an answer out of you, just small talk. And I mean, you couldn't get an answer out of a guy. And it's just like, no, no, we want somebody that can actually answer a question. We don't need you to be all mysterious. I don't even.
I guess the
If I wanted mysterious, I'd make you wear a bag over your head.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. When I ask you what you do for a living, or just kind of the whole on a first date small talk kind of thing, feeling each other out on what you kind of do and what you like doing and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to get this whole avoiding every single question. I could rant on this for hours. I really could.
I
I
could
know
too.
we're not
I've
going to
had
have
that
on
happen.
anything for hours tonight.
I've had that happen. I went to a jazz club
Hmm.
with some of my friends. I had called ahead to find out when they open and what the
Yeah.
cover is, and I was flirting with the guy who answered the phone.
Yep.
And he said, "Well, I'm the owner, so when you show up, you tell them your name and that you're here to see me." I was like,
Oh boy.
"Not a problem." He
Yeah.
goes, "No cover charge for you. You're too interesting." I went, "Not a problem." Showed up, met the guy, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "You go out there now and you have fun." He goes, "I like your attitude. You're the exact type of person I want in my club." I went, "Okay." So this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Let's dance." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll dance." My friends are looking at me like, "Okay, well, you dressed like jailbait, so go have fun." I'm out there, and the guy's like, "I have a 401k." I'm thinking, I don't care. And he kept making hints that I want to know what his job is. And I'm sitting there going, "We're in New Jersey. It could be mafia. I really don't care."
Oh my gosh.
It was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah. Well, this was at we were just sitting down and having a coffee kind of thing. and he wouldn't answer one, just a simple question he couldn't answer. And I'm just like, and so after we were done, he messages me, and wasn't I all mysterious? No, you weren't. No,
Oh,
no,
so
you
he
weren't.
did that on purpose rather than just being socially awkward. He was just on purpose trying to intrigue you.
Yeah, yeah. And like maybe I might have fell for that crap when I was like, I don't know, 18, maybe. I don't think so. But that's just no. That's just plain no.
Yeah, that's
No.
pretty big.
Not for a girl in her 30s. No. Yeah. I just wanted to know how smart he was, if he was either a bit bright. He didn't seem all that bright, so.
What about you, Angie? Have you ever had a guy pull the "I'm so mysterious, I don't answer direct questions"?
Only if it's a scammer that I'm messing with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like to bother them because they bother me, and I have more of a problem with those type of things, the love scammers. Hello, dear. How are you today, my beautiful sunshine queen? What? Who? You don't even know me. Why would you say that to me? So I have a pretty good time. I'll mess with them for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, and just kind of give them a hard time. And I might flirt for a second and like pretend I don't know what they're doing. But you can usually tell right off the bat because their name is like Robert James or David Alex or
John Smith.
no, they don't even give a decent last name. Their last name is always a first name.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like James Joshua or Robert Bryan or thing. They're it's always, I swear it's always two first names.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll put Alexson instead of David Alex. It's David Alexson, or something lame like that. That that's not really a name. It's not. And they
No.
always come out with that first chat is hello, how
and
are you?
and
And like, it's not how you introduce yourself to me.
and
Right.
and they and they are
Um,
always military based in overseas, and
yeah, or government contractor,
yeah,
or yeah,
yeah,
they're from America. They're Americans, but they're not in America right now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
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 eventually you have
and
to
they've
give them
got a
money.
and they're widowed with the child.
Yeah, at
They're
the
all
very least.
they're always widowed with one child.
Yeah.
It's like, no, thank you. I don't want kids. I don't like kids. then they get upset. I'm not religious. But what about
Yeah.
this religion? I don't believe in any God. I don't care which one you're talking about.
Right, right. So we kind
And
of decided before we started doing this, guys, that we had a few little specific topics that we would kind of like to touch on tonight. And I want to make sure that we get to those because how much we love to visit, how much we love to visit and just giggle and
see,
have the most fun and just let it go wherever it wants. But
yeah,
since
that's
Faye
that's
is our hostess this evening, let's see about what was it that Faye wanted to talk about for sure this
Well,
evening.
I thought
What's
yours would
that,
be a
Faye?
better opener.
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, we can do it that way if that's
Yeah,
what you
I
would
think
like to
yours would be a
do.
better opener.
Okay.
Hmm.
My particular choice of subject this evening is the art of conversation, the art of listening. Um, the way that, especially in situations like we're in right here, where we have an audience and people want to hear what we say, but we have always a tendency to talk over each other. And it's not just us. I see it in all the streams. It's just a thing we humans do, I think. We get excited about what we want to say and we blurt it out. Just because if you're like me, I'm gonna forget what I wanted to say by the time
mm-hmm.
you finish talking. So I have to make a concerted effort to just listen to what you're saying and not try to come up with a response to it before you're even done talking, because you might answer the question I'm about to ask anyway if I don't interrupt you, right? And it, to me, as a conversation goes, I've got the ball. I say this, I express myself. I toss the ball to you, Faye, and I say, Faye. And Faye speaks, and she has her thing, and then she can toss the ball back to me, or she can toss the ball to Nadine, and we can get Nadine, and then Nadine tosses the ball
You
back.
said my name. You said my
I
name. I heard my
did.
name.
I did. And so we work. It works out to be a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, Comprehensible by the audience who's listening. Because I know, in my case, if too much is going on, I miss all of it. And if there's too much going on in between or around it, background noises, weird, weird squeaking chairs, weird ringing bells. Oh my God, I forgot to turn my phone off. I don't even know where it's at. That's okay. Um,
Speaking of getting distracted.
Speaking of getting distracted, but yeah, that's kind of my thing. I want folks to understand that it takes a concerted effort, because it's not a thing we naturally do, to stop and listen. It's a learned behavior. It really is, and I don't fault anybody who hasn't learned it, because it's something you have to learn, and it's something you have to practice every day and all the time in order to be really, really good at it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
mostly just hoping to, what is it they say on all the charities about? I'm raising awareness about the art of conversation. And at this particular moment in this art of conversation little speech, I'm going to toss the ball to Nadine. Tell me what you think, girlfriend.
Well, Nerdy says, sorry, can Angie say that again? I wasn't listening.
Ah ha
Thank you,
ha.
Nerdy. Come here, you little mousy. I got a cheeky just for you, right here. I forgot I was supposed to be paying attention to that too.
Should I
Hi,
talk while
Purple.
she's laughing?
No, I'm all messed up. What was I supposed to be doing?
It's your turn to talk, and if you want to giggle during your turn to talk, that is perfectly all right. That's wonderful.
But what am I supposed to be talking about? Your
Yeah.
your
What do you think?
art of
What do you
conversation.
think about what I just said?
Oh, it was fine.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else on that.
Favorite people.
I
I can
have
never,
something.
you cannot predict what she's going to do ever. Like,
No.
there's no predicting Nadine ever.
True.
That's perfect.
Well, you get something. You get me on something that I have an opinion about, and
Yeah.
you won't get me shut up.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That's just yeah, just the way it happens.
All right, then you toss the ball to Faye.
Yeah, Faye, here we know.
The one
What?
thing I had to say about the whole like talking over each other and things, we might hear a pause, but there is a few seconds delay. So if someone paused and then kept going, when that person starts to talk, and then they go, oh, then you can tell that someone's still talking, and you're going, I might as well just try to finish. And I've been on a few things where people are like, oh no, please, you first, and then, oh no, please, go on. That doesn't happen as much as I'd like, but it does still happen. I don't think anyone tries to overtalk each other. But then again, I know some people don't care and will try to overtalk each other. But I think your way has a good chance of working. It's just we're gonna make mistakes because of that few moments. So if so, we'll just try to do our best.
Exactly. We'll do the best we can.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nadine. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yep. No, go.
After you.
That's kind of like the idea of tossing it. It doesn't matter where you toss it.
So,
If somebody tosses you the ball and you say, I don't have anything to say, toss it to somebody else. And that way we know when you're done with your thought.
Yeah.
And are ready for an interaction with it. That's the end of my speech. I will not be anal about it, I promise.
You're fine.
throw that out there, y'all.
I'm trying to figure out which way I need to throw stuff with the toss the ball to somebody else.
Throw it towards the camera. All you gotta do is throw it towards the camera. Here.
Okay, wait, now here we go.
I throw like a girl. Pretend it's a snowball and aim at my head, Nadine.
Oh, okay.
So, since I'm hosting tonight, Nadine, before we started, you mentioned that you might talk about something about fundraising.
Yes.
So, you want to go?
Sure. Not really dealing with any one in particular. There's been a lot lately, but with those that have been going on, I've noticed that they seem to be derailed by people who, by different methods, let's say.
Oh, do tell me more.
And and because I'm trying not to call out any person in particular, because there's been a few times that I've seen this happen, and over the last year, and it's like it's like there's ones where we're doing fundraisers where it seems to be turned into a thing. Oh, I'm doing I'm doing a fundraiser for X and Y and Z, or we'll say Mr. X, and Mr. X is needing some help with something, and you've got another person going, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. Not everybody needs this, not everybody needs that. Yeah, sure. Say there's been a few vehicle fundraisers in the past year. There's been 3 or 4 that I've been a part of in the past year. And there have been multiple instances of people saying that X and Y don't need a car. If you live in the city that has a decent transportation system, I agree. I absolutely agree. If you live in the city that has a decent transportation, like I lived when I was in Calgary, they had a great transportation system, or it was doable. I didn't need a car. It was more of a pain in the arse to have a car. But if you don't live in a big city, if you don't live somewhere that has a transportation system, like here, if I don't have a car to get to the nearest town where all the jobs are, I would have to pay $15 twice a day to get to and from work. That's $30 a day to get to and from work. That's almost as much as what you would make at work, at minimum wage for an 8-hour day. So, like, other people living in the country like I do, or really rural areas, even when I was living in the city, if you get to the edge of the city and you work downtown, if you're taking a bus, it took 3 hours to get to and from work. It was a ridiculous amount of time that you're spending on the transit. If you had to be in or outside of the very tight rush hour bus schedule, it took ages. Instead of if you got the rush hour bus is 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many stops it makes, versus having to take 5 buses and the train to get to where you're going, which takes an hour and a half to 2 hours every morning and every night. It's ridiculous. You need a a vehicle for that. And same thing with living in the country. If you work anything out of your regular kind of hours that a lot of people work, you get stuck walking home at night in dark country roads, nobody sees you, you're hooped. And, you know, then of course that those persons say fundraise to get reflective clothing, because reflective clothing isn't exactly cheap to get a good quality reflective clothing. People complaining that they don't need the car would also complain about them not needing the reflective clothing because there's lights everywhere. No, there's not lights everywhere. You know, and it's just, I could just go on and on and on. And there's no reason to, if you don't like that there's if someone you don't like is having a fundraiser, or if there's somebody that you know and even like that's having a fundraiser, you don't need to derail it by going, oh, I'm fundraising for this. That's, you have your own stream or whatever for that. You don't sit there and piggyback off of theirs. It's I just can't even. And I know, and then if you don't like, if you don't like the fact that if somebody you don't like is having a fundraiser, you don't really need to comment on it. You don't need to share on it. You don't need to hate on them. Just because it's somebody you don't necessarily like or agree with for whatever reason. And I don't know what those reasons are, and it's none of my business, but like, there's no reason to be hijacking them and their families' well-being just because you don't like them as a person. And if you don't like them, you're also, because that's just saying you not only don't like them, you don't like their spouse and their children if they have any, and whoever else, because a vehicle can mean a big difference for people that are out in a country area. It is a big difference.
Yeah.
So, Faye,
Yes.
have any comments on the? I could keep going for like ever, so I'm going to stop.
I noticed a trend a couple of years ago. Someone had posted they had gotten their kid an iPad for Christmas, and it was stolen.
Yeah.
So they were doing a GoFundMe to make up for the gift that they already paid for, because it's like paying for it twice. And they're not cheap. But
no,
it was sort of like, hey, this is a Christmas gone wrong. Can you help out? That's the one thing my kid really wanted, and now it's gone. Didn't say if it was stolen off the porch, how packages get stolen and blah, blah, blah. Didn't say if they were robbed. Didn't give the details. It was just, can you help? And a lot of people were helping. And then some idiot starts to chime in, Apple products are terrible. Why are you doing this? How old's your kid? You don't give kids expensive things. Why are you doing this? You should have been more careful. Your kid probably just was irresponsible with it and got it lost or something. Did you check under the bed? What are you doing a GoFundMe for this? And I wanted to punch them through the screen.
Yeah. Praise sister. Praise sister.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I mean, no, seriously. And you see this constant, I know another person said, like first world problems. What? iPad, Christmas. Not everyone gets Christmas. Of course not everyone gets Christmas. But we were kinder to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a little kindness goes a long way, but no, we have to make everything about ourselves, or we have to make, or we can't imagine what someone else is going through. Maybe someone needs help repairing their car at home, because maybe they've already had a set of circumstances that took all their money away.
Exactly. Exactly. Or just a friend needs help. And you know what? You don't have to be their friend. You don't have to share it. You don't have to
Participate.
participate if you don't want to, if you can't afford to. You don't have to. It would be nice if you could. It would be nice if you could at very least share
Mhm.
and get the word out, but you do not have to. Nobody has to. No one. Absolutely no one.
It's
At
shameful.
any point for anybody. Right?
Right.
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 And
Absolutely.
and sitting there, while I agree, I don't like Apple products. But still, I'm not going to sit there and complain about it. Like, yeah, I would have liked to have known if the kid was being completely dumb about it and left it on the, left it at school or something. But still, it's still a gift that was stolen by somebody, and sometimes that's going to be the best gift they ever get in their lives.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and it's going to be the last gift they get for. It could be the last gift that kid's going to get for 3 years. Because they save up for the next one.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just all ridiculous, and sometimes things are out of our control, and I'm sorry. See, I can just blabber, 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 blabber about all this, and it's like, Nadine's
Okay.
bitching hour.
You're allowed to bitch, but Angie, would you like to chime in?
I'm my real problem with the whole thing is I'm not. It is not in my nature to attack another person. It's just It's not in me. I don't have that, and so I can't get my brain around someone who thinks that's okay. Like, why are you so internally upset with whatever's going in your head? Why does that have to come out of your mouth or through your fingers to the keyboard? I don't understand why they have the need to tear other people down, no matter what it is, whether it's charity, whether somebody's having an anxiety attack, whether somebody says they're having depression issues today. I see people, well, if you just think positive, you wouldn't be depressed. If you didn't dwell on your problems, you wouldn't be depressed. No, that's not what it is. And when someone is asking for help, if you can't help, don't hurt. Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Move on down. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything to someone. If it doesn't concern you, MYOB, mind your own beeswax. I mean, it's just really, to me, it's so super simple. But some people have a real problem with the need to be confrontational or to be antagonistic. And
Yep.
I just can only imagine, because I'm not a psychologist, but I can only imagine it's because they feel really crappy about themselves.
Yeah.
And if they're feeling that bad about themselves, they want to make sure everybody else feels bad with them, because
Yep.
my experience, misery loves company.
Mm-hmm.
And I just try not to let people drag me into that kind of stuff. I did the whole organizing the Doc's Wheels charity
Mm-hmm.
thing. I did it against advice of my two best friends who said, you don't want to do that. You're going to get, people are going to be mad and people are going to yell and it's going to go badly. And it didn't. It did
Yay.
not. It actually went really, really well. And I was extremely proud of this community. And I was new to the community, and that might have had something to do with it. Oh, let's be nice to the new kid. I don't know. But people were eager to help. People, the ones that couldn't give money were more than, willing to share the links. and we're more than willing to come and sit in the chat and share the streams for people to come and watch. And we did pretty good. We did get docked in a vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
but we did not raise the amount of money that we really needed to get to truly help the man out, right?
Yeah,
And I
we
don't
did
care
half.
if you need a car. I don't care if you need a box of diapers. I don't care if you need a Christmas tree. I don't care what you need. If you're a person who needs something and I am able to help you with that, I will help you.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's to save, like David's doing the Save the Rainforest thing, it's freaking awesome. He's such a good guy. He wants to help. This is his way of saying, I want to help. I don't know how to help. This is the best way I have found to help, and I'm going to help whether y'all like it or not. And for anybody who has anything negative to say about him and what he's doing, I have another cheek right over here that you can bite. So there's my rant. There's my rant. So what's up, right? People just freaking be nice. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
not that hard to be nice. If you can't be nice, you shouldn't be on social media, in my opinion. You should go find something else to do that doesn't involve dealing with other people. If you hate people, why are you on social anything?
Exactly. Except for that said, I'm a big old hypocrite then. I'm not always nice.
You don't really hate people.
I'm
I
terrible.
don't think you do. You know why I don't think you hate people? Because I'm a people and you don't hate me. Yeah.
You
Oh.
dare. Yeah.
Well,
I think you hate horrible people, and I can totally get on board with that. I
Yeah.
absolutely hate horrible people.
I'm
I
not
do.
always nice to people. And I'm not. Sometimes I can't walk away from a stupid comment. I try.
We're all like that.
I don't always succeed in that.
Yeah, well, we all have our flaws.
I went super snarky and bitchy on somebody last night. As a matter of fact, when they decided to attack somebody, and I normally don't do that. I try to keep my feet out of the doo doo. I don't step in the doo doo that other people create. If I see it coming, I walk around that crap. Okay, but I stuck my foot in the doo doo last night because I was just I have limits of what I will take from my fellow human beings.
Right.
Truly, I've been bullied my whole life, and I have learned my limitations. And I don't have a problem with jumping on somebody if they need jumped on. But
Mhm.
when it comes to things like Twitter, it's to me, it's kind of pointless because all you're doing is shouting at them. I mean, you're not making any kind of real difference. It's rare that I see anybody change their position because of something somebody tweeted at them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's kind of fighting a losing battle because all you're going to do is make that person mad. They're not listening. They're not going to, it's just aggravating. And I think a lot of people see a tweet about something they disagree with as an invitation to argue. And that is not necessarily true. If someone posts something that you disagree with, it really is just them venting their feelings and saying what they think. It's not an invitation for you to jump on and go, "Oh no, you're wrong because reasons." So
Right.
there I got all excited about that. See, I'm not always smiley and sweet. It don't last long.
Well, today I took the bait and someone said evolution isn't true. We're always like proving that it's not true, and I was just I couldn't help myself. I'm like, okay, so you're denying DNA, and you do know that there's a connection, and well, what do you think they do in forensics? Shake an 8 ball or something like that? It made it really, really, really like, yeah.
Well,
But this is someone who's trying to spread disinformation.
mhm.
It's not an opinion. Like red is my favorite color, or red is a great color to go out on a first date. If it's something like that, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue over that. That doesn't, if it's an opinion, like, oh well, this makes me feel good, and other people are like, ew,
Yeah.
like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, well, some people are just wrong.
I still have not tried pineapple on pizza. Just saying.
Yeah. It's because you.
Okay.
It's not a because I have an aversion or anything to it. I just never have tried it. It's not a choice I make. I know exactly what I like on my pizza, and I get that every time.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a all meat with extra cheese. And if you
Oh,
want to put
yeah.
extra cheese on it and extra cheese on it and some more extra cheese on it, I'm good.
Oh my.
You know.
I couldn't. But I think it's my turn.
I do believe it is your turn. What
Ah,
was your choice of things? It kind of segues right into what we were just talking about, so go for it.
yeah, and we didn't
Hmm.
coordinate this, so it's weird that they're all sort of tied together. So I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of did it last minute.
No, but lately Twitter's been so negative, and it's really easy to be negative. You know, there's a lot in the world that sucks. There's a lot of people in the world that suck. There's a lot of sucky things going on. Like, oh, this person, oh, let's all dogpile. Oh, I'm getting dogpiled because I dogpiled and I'm a victim. And no, you're not. You know, all this other stuff is, ah, two things. Two things. Mute and block. They exist. If you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're getting too much attention on social media, use your social media tools, or I don't feel sorry for you. And I'm not saying that there aren't bullies like bullying people and blah 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 and that it's overwhelming and it hurts and it's emotional. Uh, there are extremes in the case where it's like I don't know how you're putting up with all the negative attention. And mute and block, they could do it all day. But mute and block if you can. And if you can't, walk away from it for a while. Don't read the
Yes.
comments, skip it. Don't let yourself get emotionally damaged by people who don't matter. And when I mean they don't matter, if someone is going to go out of their way to either say something that you didn't say, misrepresent you, lie about you, or just say hurtful things just to hurt you, find some way to build a wall, whether it's mute, block, whatever. Get rid of their influence on you because you
Yep.
don't deserve it. Unless you are actively trying to start a fight and then you turn around, oh, woe is me.
Yeah.
Most of us aren't doing that.
Yeah.
You know, the most of us just want to, and we crave kindness. If we didn't crave kindness, we wouldn't like cute and fuzzy things.
This is true. This is true. I
Oh,
agree with
and
that.
cats rule the internet because they're cute and fuzzy things. Even people who don't
Hmm.
like cats enjoy cat videos.
Yeah.
May I interrupt you for just a second, Faye?
Oh, go
Um,
right ahead.
Deathpool Wilson has a problem in the chat. It says, speaking of problems, this dang garlic is not peeling easy. Honey, smush that stuff.
Yeah,
Take the flat edge of your blade and smash it, and then that skin will just slide right off of that thing. You
yep,
don't have to smash it to a pulp, just enough to break the seal on that skin.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead,
Use
honey.
the
I'm
side
sorry.
of
I
your
haven't.
knife and then take your fist, hit it, crack that skin, and you can pop it right off.
Oh, dang. Spooky beat me
And
to it.
Deathpool, here's another option. You can take a big clove of garlic, put it in the oven, roast it until it's gooey, snip the end off, and squeeze it out like toothpaste.
Oh, that's so yummy. With some olive oil. Mmm.
I like um I like I holy cow. I like peeling the clove and then slicing it fairly thin and frying it up in the frying pan with a little bit of oil.
Mmm.
And then they're like chips, like crispies. Mm.
Ooh. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
Fried garlic
that does
chips.
work. If you have an air fryer, it's so much easier.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know what I
never.
mean? Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
my oh my gosh, my older brother has an air fryer, and they do the best fries.
Mm-hmm. They
Oh
really do.
man.
And I never, you could pop a bit of garlic in there too when you're doing the fries up.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to
Oh,
have one of those, but I don't have enough counter space.
yeah.
Get rid
I
of your
have
microwave.
no counter space.
Get rid of your microwave.
No. I love my microwave. I love my microwave so much when it crapped out on me about 6 months ago. I fixed that sucker myself because I didn't want a different one. I liked this one.
Aww.
Wow.
No,
I
I
didn't.
learned to cook with a microwave, not just in a microwave, but I learned to cook with a microwave. And it makes putting a big meal together for a family so much easier than trying to do it all on the stove or the oven. It just does. And my
Yeah, but
kids
reheating food
prefer
is
like
so much
canned
better in
vegetables.
the air fryer.
I know, but I don't have one. I
We
have a
have to we have to
microwave.
get you one, and we have to get Nadine one.
Wait till I get my bigger house, because I'm gonna have the house I'm gonna have is gonna have lots of counter space. I think the kitchen may possibly be the biggest room in the house if I have my way,
The
because
kitchen
this
should
girl
always
likes
be the
to cook.
biggest room in the house.
This girl likes to cook and eat and cook and eat.
Um, Jen with one N says, I make pizzadillas. Quesadillas? It's say
Quesadillas.
yeah.
Yeah, Jen,
Mm.
I live close to you ish. One day I am going to show up and go, food please, because every time
That's
you
right.
talk about food, you make me drool, girl. Every time you talk about food, I'm like, Jen with one N knows her way around a kitchen. She knows how to eat. I
It says I should put
swear.
my microwave up on a shelf. Oh, I'm sorry. I just broke the rule. Go ahead.
Oh, we broke the rule a long time ago. It's
Yeah,
fine.
well, I think somebody needs a spanking.
Here you go.
Well, I'll just talk to
Get
her.
it, Diva, you naughty
Go-
thing.
It's
Sorry, go
fine.
ahead.
It's fine. No, but seriously, Jen with one N knows her way around a kitchen. Oh, and
What?
now that we're commenting at the chat, I read what you said before about your daughter and her best friend sort of parting ways. Went through that with the teenager, who, by the way, I'm teaching how to drive right now. Don't get me
I'm
started.
sorry.
Anyway, um, sometimes that's a good thing. You don't know what the friend is going through. Oh, boyfriend. Ew.
Oh, that's even messier. Oh dear.
Eh.
Poor boo boo.
We don't like romantic breakups when we have to deal with the fallout.
Oh, poor thing.
Is
Oh.
it the first big breakup? Uh,
Hi, IQ. Yes, we're letting men in the chat.
Yep, men are allowed in the chat.
we're not
Anybody's
chasing
allowed
anyone
in the
off.
chat. It
Yeah.
just happens to be girls on camera. That's why it's girls night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we might talk about nail polish. We might talk about shoes. We might talk about periods. We might talk about hair dye.
Bras. The
You
fact that we
never
need
know because we're just.
environmentally controlled bras with the anti-gravity button. That's what
Mm.
I want.
I don't care about the anti-gravity button. It's the climate controlled,
Uh-huh.
like air conditioned bras would be awesome.
It's
Like
my
right this minute,
dream.
because I had to close the window so I have no air coming in. Like I have no breeze going on, and the fan is too loud. So
Yeah, well, you're
I'm
having
getting
a
warm.
hurricane, so.
Nadine, my
Yeah.
darling, I have never ever heard your fan. In all the months we have been chatting with each other, not one time have I ever been able to hear your fan. Turn that damn thing on.
Well, you'll be able to hear it now because I don't have it going through the filter.
Mm,
Uh,
okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
because I
that's it.
have it set up with the filter when I'm streaming, and I say that I have the fan on, and yeah, I have the filter set up so it cancels out the noise, but I can't do that on here.
Do y'all remember the water bras from the mid
no.
90s?
Do tell me.
Water bra? Yeah.
I want to say it might have been Victoria's Secret Wonder Bra that started it, I think. But they were push-ups, okay? You know, push-ups to get them all up here medieval bustier style. And they had in the cups underneath, yes, I'm touching myself on camera. They had underneath the support pads or the push-up pads, but they were like liquid. They were
Oh
some sort of
yeah.
liquidy thing.
Yeah.
And I bought one of those and paid way too much for it. And lo and behold, standing in line at the grocery store of all the most wonderful places to be having an accident like that. One of them sprung a damn leak, and I had just drippage running all down my shirt, all down. And there's only like 3 tablespoons or so of liquid in this blooming thing, but it looks like I have had somebody smack me with a water balloon. And so I was an advocate against water bras for a little while in the in the 90s. Don't buy one of those. You'll regret it.
See, I am that way about underwire because I was working at a
Yeah.
bookstore and the underwire broke through. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Oh, I hate that.
I had one of those bounce moments where the underwire just went boom and it
Impaled
started
you.
digging into my chest, near the armpit, and I'm going, okay, this is uncomfortable. I'm trying to get through my day, and the other one went boom. That one started digging in. Didn't
Ah,
it was after lunch, so of course I can't go home because I'm close enough to get home, and I'm doing my best to get through it, but shelving, moving, helping customers. At one point, my boss comes up to me and she said, "Go home." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're bleeding through your shirt. Go home."
Oh my
ah,
god.
I didn't realize that I had blood running down my shirt and into my skirt. I go, I still have the scars.
Oh my
oh my
god.
gosh.
Murder
I
bra? Really?
still have. No, this is just an underwire. I
Well,
still
yeah,
have the
but
scars.
holy
Oh my
cow.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Nerdy
Well,
says
my problem is.
Nerdy
Go
says
ahead.
I still have my water boxers.
That's scary. That's great.
Sorry, go
My
ahead.
my issue is okay. I am like you, Nadine. I live in a very rural area. I got to
Yeah.
drive like 17 so miles down a country highway to
All
get
right.
to the nearest Walmart,
Yeah.
Wally World. We call it Wally World.
Yeah.
Um, the problem with the selection, I have a problem with sizes and selections because I'm a weird size. I'm a chunky girl. Come on now.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
everybody is a freaking B cup. And
Mhm.
not everybody who's a D cup is a size 30 around the rib cage. I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
I have more than once stood in the bra section and in the dressing room and just shed actual tears because
Uh huh.
nothing fits, nothing looks right. I
Yeah.
am very proud of my cleavage, and they want to make the bigger bras in these giant things that cover you from here to here. I was like,
Mhm.
no, I like the girls. I want people to see at least part of them when I can get away with it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of them. Been carrying them around for years. They deserve their attention that they get, right? So I that's my gripe is I can't find my size. And when I do, they have one
Uh huh. Yeah.
on the right. There's one. And it's like, but it fits. The
Yeah.
one that I have on right now, I love, but there was one. And I've gone back to Walmart 2 or 3 times. They haven't gotten any more of that size because
Yeah.
I would buy 10 of the suckers if I liked them.
Uh
But
huh.
so yeah, there's my booby rant.
That's
Uh huh.
why I
Boobies are
love
awesome.
Amazon.com. I hate to say it. I don't like the company, but I can find certain things.
But I gotta try it on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you. I'll talk to my sister and get you a link for a thing because she gets her special. She has to measure herself, and then
Mhm.
she can pick the style. But they mail it, and she.
Does it?
I've talked to you about my sister's build,
Yes, yes, we
her
had that little conversation.
science fiction body, and
I have
Mhm.
I have a daughter like that, yeah.
yeah. And Jen with one N has a link, a broad link. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
Lane Bryant. Oh, I love Lane Bryant. When I get to the big city, sometimes I will stop at Lane Bryant. Lane Bryant loves me, but it's
I
Yeah, but
I
My
if
have a
you
my
want a
problem.
my
decent bra,
What's the matter? What's the matter, Nadine?
Oh, I have the problem where my rib cage is huge. I have a huge rib cage, and with the rib cage calculations and the breast calculations and whatever, it shows me as a double D or triple D cup. But that's not right.
Right?
Like that does, like you said, it kind of covers everything without showing anything, you know. I've got like a cup up to my neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because and it's all because I've got a barrel-ish chest. My ribs are really big.
Me too. Me too. I'm very
And
square.
I can buy off the rack. The only store I can buy off
Ooh.
the rack a 40H. Yeah, I don't know what I'm around anymore, but I haven't worn a bra in ages, so there, guys, have that visual.
The problem is one is a almost a full cup size bigger than the other one. And so that makes buying a bra really tricky because they don't come in half D, half C. They just don't make them that way.
It's
Oh
like you
my
need
gosh.
one bra to fit the bigger one, and then the other one you put in one of those demi cups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, getting
To
to
sort of
that,
like
but
balance them out.
Yeah. That's
See, guys in the chat, it paid off to come and check out Girls Night. We did talk about boobs.
yeah. So there.
Lucky you.
Well, I did tell Nacha that I was gonna hug him, and he made a comment about being a skinny guy, and hugging him might be painful. And I said, "Don't worry about it. I have enough cushion.
Yeah.
I got enough. I got
Absolutely.
enough boobage to hug a skinny guy without.
I think Fluffy is good. So, yeah. Her curvy is cool. I don't have anything against skinny girls. My granddaughter is the skinny girl. She is lean and mean running machine.
Yeah.
I think being squishy is good too. So
And she's now crocheting machine too.
yes, Nadine taught her to crochet through her videos, and we now
Wow.
have rainbow bracelets. Everybody's got a rainbow bracelet, and
Awesome.
I'm expecting things like pot holders and cup towels and things like that soon. So thank you so
Yay.
much.
You're
She
welcome.
has ADHD, and when she gets her hands busy on something she really likes, that girl can focus for hours on that one thing.
Yeah.
And it is remarkable. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You gave my
Awesome.
granddaughter a gift. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm so happy. I was like beaming all over that. I was like, yay! Guess what
What
I
I
did? I was talking to my landlady. I'm like, guess what I did? showed her her picture, and I'm like, I taught her
See, I told you you have a true teacher's heart. You know, some of us come on here to entertain. Nadine is here to teach and educate and help people be smarter because she's brilliant. And I
that.
love you for that. I love you for that. She's already, I mean, I can sort of use OBS. I can almost edit a video. I mean, there's like all kinds of stuff I can do now that I couldn't do before I met Nadine.
Yay!
There you go.
Which is awesome.
Yay.
Yay! Have a niece is 22 and mother, and she wears training bras.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to need a training bra again.
I wouldn't mind.
I love the girls, but oh my goodness, they're heavy. They're so heavy.
As I said, my sister's discs in her spine are no good because she carries around a rack.
Yeah.
And, I keep saying they need to make one of those Zimmer frames just for her chest.
Oh.
Like a shelf on wheels that she can put her boobs on and then push them
Yeah.
around the grocery store. That's what she needs.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know where mine came from because my mom was like an A cup. Where did this come from even? Like, I don't know. And skipped a generation somewhere.
And excuse me,
You got her
Jen
share.
says I can't knit, but I can loom knit. That's awesome. I was going to try and do loom knitting too, but I bought the wrong one. I have to buy the kit.
I'd like to ask the panel if I could share a link from my son's music. This link gives you the best deal for $5 for 5 songs that he wrote.
Awesome.
It's Wonder Lady's channel, so she'll have to approve that for you, but I bet she will.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, she's not a moderator, so she can't post links.
Yeah, you have to give a Pasta Babe a range.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought she had one. Oh my goodness,
no.
I'm very sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Make it in the
Pasta
chat.
Babe, not only can you link it in the chat, but after the video closes, please feel free to come back and put it in the comments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because and that is true with all my videos. If it's something that, you know, if you're promoting another channel, that's fine. If you're promoting a fundraiser, just as long as it doesn't break terms of service, I'm cool with links.
Yay. Yeah.
Jen
Jen.
says, did you hear? I officially have arthritis of the spine and knees. I am so sorry, sweetheart. That is
She's
very
got so many
painful.
health problems. It's amazing that she has a sense of humor and is so nice.
I feel for you, Jen. That's what I'm suffering through too. So arthritis of the everything.
I made the mistake of enjoying an Ozzy Osbourne song much too much last night, and it's very difficult for me to turn my head either left or right today. So that's what happens when you're my age, and you headbang for I don't know, 15 seconds. Yeah. So I'm really sorry. I'm sorry you're hurting, and there's just PT will help more than anything. It keep you from getting stiff.
Yeah.
Well, I know I do my best to mitigate pain for myself and others, but Jen just lives with pain.
Yep.
She's one of us who do that. And if you've gone to her channel and looked at her videos, she's always bright and sunny. She's got a great sense of humor, even when she's talking about things that are shitty. She's just got a good attitude. So there's,
always.
She's one of my internet heroes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
see, that to me is walking proof that just being in pain. I see people use pain as an excuse to be ugly.
Yeah.
Well, I was hurting, or I was having a migraine, or so I lashed out at you. Yeah, everybody has bad days, and sometimes we lash out. But to use it as an excuse, hateful and ugly to people, nope.
No. It happens sometimes. A lot of
us live with chronic pain. A lot of us live with chronic pain, and we don't feel the need to tear other people down to make ourselves feel better.
Exactly.
Yay. I'm sorry, Jen. Pain is life. Yeah. Girl, I feel you right there. Hello.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I had to get out of the business, man. My legs, my feet, my back, all of it. So.
Well, all I know.
The chair.
And Jen, I'm pretty sure that you've taught your daughter this. So if I'm more saying it for other people, not you, because you're a good mom. But when it comes to breaking up with boyfriends and blah blah blah, I hope that's the only part of the heartache. Getting hurt, it means you actually love someone. And if you don't actually love someone and you're in a relationship with them, it's better for it to go away anyway. So, the fact that she is in pain, it says good things about her.
Absolutely. And may I piggyback onto that?
No. No.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No, forget it.
Don't listen very well anyway. So, Jen, when I broke up with one of my exes, I cried almost steady for a month or more. Aww. And before I had you cry a little bit because you're upset, and it just happens. But at a certain point, I wasn't upset about the breakup anymore, but I couldn't stop crying. It turns out my hormones were messed up, and I got some pills to fix that, and I just came back to my usual self as you see me now. So if it continues, you may need, just in case she's really upset and all the time, it could be hormones too, and they just have off balance, and you just need some medical intervention, being whatever prescription of hormones to get it unbalanced or balanced back up.
I agree. Make sure there's no medical influences causing it to be worse. I know one thing is, as a mom, our knee-jerk reaction to stuff like that is to try and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And to try and say, "Oh, honey, it's their loss. It's not, you don't feel too bad about it." And we try to band-aid it. We as mommies like to kiss the boo-boo and make it better so that they are distracted. This kind of thing, this is heart pain, and this is something I think that you have to experience. You have to go through it in your way. You have to grieve it however you do, and every single human is different, no matter what age.
Exactly.
And so we've got to go ahead and let her be sad. Let her be unhappy about it. Tell her that's okay. It's good to experience that part, because later on, when you meet somebody else and it really is a good thing that you have going, you'll be able to recognize it better because you fully let go of that last thing.
Yeah.
If you don't let them get it out of their system, then they're going to always have that thing in the back. Oh, well, what if it had been this way, and what if it? So let her go ahead and grieve through it, and just be there to give her a hug, and some chocolate or what, ice cream, whatever makes her feel better, and just kind of go through it with her. That's my best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just saying, like, if it continues and you're questioning them, and they're like, no, I'm fine about this. It's just I can't stop crying. If it comes to that, like, that's the only time it ever happened to me. So I didn't even, it just was, I went to the doctor because I couldn't stop crying. Turned out my hormones were messed up. So if you run into somebody that's like that, you might, could be something that they need to go check.
The other thing is, if someone is still grieving after 6 months, whether grieving a death, and I'm talking about crying all the time. I'm not talking about like being sad about it 20 years later because you miss them. That's normal.
Yeah.
But there are different stages of unhappiness. If
Yeah.
you are still messed up after 6 months of a disappointment, go see a therapist, because that unhappiness is carving a pathway in your brain and you need to stop it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you can't go to a therapist, go to a friend.
Oh, well, that's something
because I'm just saying, not everybody can afford to go to a therapist, and a lot of people can't. So if you just don't do it by yourself, go find help, whether it's a friend, a relative, go make friends with the local librarian or something. Even you just find somebody to talk to, because if you keep it inside and you don't deal with it, it's going to kill you.
Well, may I?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about that, I have a secret, an invite-only DM group in Twitter, made because of some things that were going on, and I couldn't get my thoughts out about a subject without getting pissed off about it. So I made this group so that I can talk to people that would listen, but not, they might disagree with what I'm saying, but they won't sit there and go, "You're wrong," as a knee-jerk reaction to what you're saying. And I tend to use that to bitch about a topic for a while, just so I don't go out and be completely toxic about it.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to verbalize, like when I'm trying, I get that out of my system so it kind of, circled back around to Twitter. But, it's just to talk to somebody that's not going to sit there and go, "You're wrong, you don't know what you're doing," and all this kind of stuff sometimes does help. And even if it's or even like I've done on here, I've started up streams because I've been annoyed and whatever.
Right.
And I'll just sit there and bitch into the void, and
Well,
that.
not to totally take back my topic from the two of you, but I'm
What?
gonna. There is a website called Seven Cups, and think of it as like 7 cups of tea. They have self-help guides that you can browse at your own pace. They have free 24/7 chat for people who need to talk to someone and be listened to, especially if
Wow.
they don't feel like going to a friend, or don't want to pick a random stranger to give blackmail, because that type of
Yeah.
thing. And if you really need it and you really want it, they do have affordable online therapy. And I know $150 a month seems like a lot, but therapists in real life cost a whole lot more for a
Oh yeah.
month of therapy. It's an
Yeah.
option. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can volunteer to be a listener
Yeah.
for the free 24
Okay.
7. They do train people, and they
That's
have
Oh.
cool.
over 300,000 trained listeners, and they have been recognized by Stanford
Oh.
Medicine. So
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome.
it is an option for someone who's going through depression, who might feel like they're like annoying their friends, or they don't have decent support. Not everyone has good family, not everyone has good friends. So this
Yeah.
is
True.
something that, if you feel like you need someone, please, I put the link in the chat. You're not alone. People go through things. So if you need and you don't feel like going to someone you know, that's an option.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Faye. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that existed.
Yep, it's called 7 Cups. It's 7cups.com for anyone who needs it. And
Cool.
as I said, if you experience it, or you want to be a volunteer or a listener, you can sign up, you can be trained, and you can help someone.
That's amazing.
Cool.
So that is a thing. That said, it is 8:40.
Ooh.
Yes, it is. How long have we been
Yes.
going? Oh dear.
It's an hour and 10. It's an hour and 10 minutes. We've been. Wow. That's pretty
That's
good.
awesome. We did good, and we got around to all our subjects, and we didn't
Yeah.
Boobies!
piss anybody off too bad because everybody's still in the chat. So,
And we talked about boobies, and
and we talked about boobs.
we talked about boobs.
And we'll probably talk more about boobs.
Oh,
Yeah, because boobs.
probably. Boobs always come with us.
I think everyone should have boobs.
Ooh. Next week, though, I want to talk about shaving.
Oh yes, let's. Ah, it's a good subject. I like
You,
that one.
especially bushwhacking.
Oh dear Lord.
Well, I could probably braid my beard in a little bit. I've got 3 whiskers. I got
I have
3 or
some
4.
whiskers.
I got 3 or 4 whiskers now. I keep forgetting to put my tweezers back in the bathroom, so
I didn't say
then.
beard, I said bush.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure I've got a few down there too. I'm sure there's a few down there too.
Well, anyway, next week it'll be on another channel, so you have to
Yeah.
watch out. I did put all of our, well, not mine, because you're already here. You don't need mine if you're here, right? But I did put Angie's and Nadine's links, including their Patreons. Ooh.
Ooh.
Mine is empty right now. I just got it, so I'm sorry. There's nothing there yet.
Yeah.
Right, but you know what? If people want to support your work, that's how they do it. If you're worried that Angie's computer might break and she may not come on again, donate to her. Anyway,
Yeah.
come on.
You want to give me your money?
Yeah. If you want Faye to eat more than one meal a day. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh, we were
Anyway.
both doing it. I wasn't even looking at the screen. I wasn't even looking at yours, and we were both doing it at the same time.
You two are so funny. You're just so funny. No, but yeah, girl talk is basically girl talk. We might pick some official subjects. We might decide to ditch them.